Oh, alright, should be live in just a sec. There we go. Alright, so welcome everybody. I'm your host, the Master Archives, coming at you with a new episode of Sci-Fi Live. We haven't had a chance to do one of these in a while. Sci-Fi Live is basically here on the channel where I just play sci-fi-esque games. It's kind of like the idea of like a variety stream, or it could be a variety stream, but it just deals with pretty much everything sci-fi based. So I want to welcome everybody as we get this kick started. I'm gonna open up with Super Hot. We're not looking at a super long stream either tonight. I end up as a fool. I have to go here. No. Oh, I don't. Okay, there we go. It has. I ended up falling asleep, and when I got home from work, and I just kind of led me to where I am here. Oh no. Okay, yes, we have to go. Have to go up. There we go. There's still more. What is it? How much more could there be? Alright, so I haven't had a chance to play this in a hot minute. Also, that glare there, that's actually part of the game, just as a heads up. It actually looks like that. And towards the enemy, oh, punch in the face. Make your katana return to your hand. Change bodies with the enemy. Start more hard. I'm gonna do change body with the enemies. I actually kind of forget how to use that, so we're gonna have to learn. But I think that might be a good way to start us off here. Let's get him. Oh, you know what? We'll just there we go. I remember now. Okay, bad start. We're gonna start again though. Oh no. I think I can grab. Can I get a twofer? No. Nope. Gun for gun. Oh my. I missed. Alright, if I just hide, they'll have to come to me. I'll be ready. There you go. Alright. Not off to the best start. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to play this in a minute. Oh, look at that. We avoided it. Go. We'll wait for the reload. Like someone is right around this. There we go. Should have killed him. But yeah, I had a couple ideas for Sci-Fi Live today. So basically today, as most people, long-term viewers of the channel know, Thursdays is for myself and Dante Spada. Switch body doesn't lose its weapon. Ooh. Let's just do heal hack. I know it sounds so stupid. I'd rather just have him not lose the weapon, but I'd rather do that until we have a chance to get another upgrade. But yeah, Thursdays usually for myself and Dante Spada. You lose leg. Throw that at you. And find the hole. Woo! That was sick. But unfortunately he is away for this week. So I will not be able to, of course, do Halo with him for right now. I was gonna Ooh. I was gonna do the Cyberpunk originally. I don't know why I keep doing that. There you go. I was originally gonna do Cyberpunk, but it just got an update. So as we speak, I'm updating it. So who knows? That's the beauty of Sci-Fi Live. It's all sci-fi based games, which funny enough, the majority of things I own. So hopefully coming up, I would be able to do that. It's either that, or I might switch to some Battlefront 2. And the original Battlefront 2. I played the 2017 Battlefront 2. Oh, I missed him. Oh, there we go. But yeah, I played the original Battlefront 2 on Monday for first episode of the Master Archives Monday's off season. Or I guess off season part 2. I don't really do the off season in off season in seasons like I would actual Master Archives Mondays. There we go. Alright, guys, spawning in. Leg? Missed the leg. Oh. Ah, okay, I knew it was gonna happen. Damn fool. So, as I kind of go through here, honestly, if I'm kind of like, alright, I'm really just sucking today this game, that's probably when I'll switch to. I don't know, I want to do original Battlefront 2 just because I was feeling kind of like nostalgic for it today. I was like, that seems like just like a nice thing to pick up. No. I guess I shot him just a little too low. There we go. So of course, this being a later time for the streams, though this might become the average time for the streams coming up. Just the change in schedule. Um, I haven't received. Oh, that phone is gonna. There we go. I was gonna say, I'm like, that phone's gonna annoy me if it just keeps going off like. You know what? Oh, block this. Yeah, this might become actually the normal stream time just because of a change in schedule. I'm either gonna be picking up way more morning streams, which isn't too bad. I think I'll still be sticking with Red Dead in the morning on Fridays. Um, and then what I'll do is probably during the weekdays, um, bolts ricochet off walls towards enemies. Now I'll just do the super throw here. That's what I'm still up in the air about. Master Archives Mondays might become a night thing, like fish. There you go. Probably at midnight, 12:30 Eastern Standard Time will probably be when they're switching to Master Archives Mondays, but really unsure. You guys are gonna run out. I don't know if NPCs can run out of ammo, to be honest. Oh, missed him. Hit him with the fish. There we go. It doesn't, not that matters anyway. I'm not gonna be up there in time to get his gun. Ah, see? I got clapped. I have a feeling I'm not gonna get past this. I wasn't mentally prepared to play this game. Now that you have to be mentally prepared to play a game. Maybe Dark Souls, I don't know. Super hot, I don't really think too much of, all things considered. Alright. I'm feeling more confident about this one. I have a feeling I'm going to be bombarded with enemies very shortly. Ah, I was hoping so badly. Execution style. Yes, alright. Flip the arm. I think those are one of my favorite enemies that got added. Like grenade people. There we go. Oh, I don't know how you blocked a bullet. Ah, come on. There we go. But yeah, no, so that's kind of what I have going on. At least coming up, like I said, I got Red Dead tomorrow morning, so that's gonna be in about 9 hours. I have Red Dead, and then I'll be coming tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Call of Duty Warzone. Mine is still like fuzzy. I just Like I said, I just woke up, I got a half hour ago, and I'm like, oh boy. Um, there we go. Throwing's more powerful. It's not that this throwing's gonna save me, but that's what I have coming up in the summary. Oh god. And throw. That's a dangerous little feat right there, but I actually bought uh a rubber. It's a I don't know how they describe it as. This die. Wait, I could have switched bodies. I'm a fool. I forgot my ability. Um, and I want his body because he has a gun already. Cover again. Ooh, got this guy here. Has a gun. No, it's gonna. Oh, there's a gun right here. There we go. Now I will say is though, because I checked in. I saw Call of Duty posted a thing about an update to Warzone for this season, and I was kind of wondering. I was like, oh, I wonder what they updated to. They actually brought back some of my favorite modes. What's that? I know Payload came back. They have a new mode called Buy-in. I don't really know what that's all about, but looks great. I don't know. I mean, the concept of it, I suppose. Or at least what I think it is in my head. So I could be severely disappointed. We don't know. That's the magic of living, baby. Oh, wait. Yoink. Take that, and there's an enemy just spawned in nearby. There we go. Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way you could block all that. Yeah, I'm just so scatterbrained today. It's ridiculous. Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah, so I bought it's called it's a rubber knife essentially is what it is. But the seller described it as like an airsoft knife. And airsoft, as I find buying because that's how I buy the basis of all my masks that I have. Now you can see me, and I don't have a camera set up right now. Will of course in the morning for tomorrow's stream. Ah, I got you. Okay, you know what? I'm actually probably gonna switch over to Battlefront 2. I'm like, I cannot get this down at this hour. Um, so I'm saying like, oh yeah, for tomorrow. But I'm like, yo, bro, it's almost tomorrow today. Let me open up my manager there. So, yeah, it's kind of the thing though. Is that it's stuff like that. That doesn't make sense to me in the airsoft world. So it's like a rubber knife, and it looks great. It has a good weight to it. Because I learned how to do like gun spinning tricks a couple months ago when I was playing Red Dead like every day. So I decided I was like, because now I've been watching like Rambo and the Bad Batch. You have Hunter has a knife, and Hunter's doing like tricks and stuff. So I was like, what if I did the best of both worlds? I buy a Rambo-esque knife, which is also similar to what Hunter has, and then I do something with that essentially. How's the music? Oh no, the music didn't stop. It's actually just really low. Okay. Um, you know, I'm gonna kick it old school this one. And yeah. So I ended up buying like the rubber knife and whatnot, and I've had it for maybe like a day or two now. It's pretty cool. I'm doing some sick tricks. So maybe coming up on the stream, if I actually get really good at it, maybe I'll show off some cool things. I'm gonna have to check Twitch's terms of service on that because the last thing I want is to get a strike just for doing some ill shit. So neither come for me one day. Alright, there. Yeah, I don't know what it was about today. I think I was trying to practice my clone impression, and it made me think of Battlefront 2. I think that's what it was, like this morning. And so yeah, that's what kind of led me here where I'm like, I'm gonna pick this up, but I don't know who the answer for. The thing is, like, the AI is, I don't know if I want to say outdated to some extent, but like I'm always getting like 100 plus kills per round here, and same thing Monday when I was playing on the original. Well, it's not the original, the new Battlefront 2. I don't know, just like, actually no, let's do Phantom 4, but I want to do, yeah, Galactic 4. I want to play some Stormtroopers, Utapau, Conquest, Clone Wars. I don't know what it is though, but the AI and like the free mode here, I'm gonna check the options too, if maybe see that's part of the issue. Um, because there are some like generally tough things like Polis Massa, you will be destroyed in those hallways. Um, Kashyyyk has a lot going on, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna go Jabba's Palace, capture the flag, Galactic Civil War. Um, Lucia Death Star. We'll do Death Star. I've been watching. There's an old series um in relation to Battlefront 2. There's a, for people who remember Red versus Blue. Oh, nice. Okay, so you can make it more difficult. Thank God. Exactly what I needed. Hunt. And now, I wonder if did I ever. Okay, yeah. So I. Ooh, I'll boost this to 200. 'Cause I want to have a little bit longer. There are options assigned to best player. First 10 points. Timer 90 seconds. Conquest. Uh, Capture the flag. You know what? We'll do 6. Make it even. The time limits. Yeah, hell yeah, we'll do 10 minutes. I don't know if I'll need 10 minutes. Alright, so the Tantive 4, Utapau, Jabba's Palace, and the Death Star. Utapau. Yeah, I feel like that's good. But yeah, like the whole series, it's like it feels like Red versus Blue versus Star Wars Battlefront 2. I guess it's called a Clone Apart. It came out like mid 2000s, just the same time with this. I mean, you can tell by the graphics, it's an older game, of course. Um, Came out 2005. Still all time classic, and I love this. I never knew, as dumb as that sounds, for playing this game for the 16 years it's been out, I never knew I could switch these controls. This is well, not the controls, but can't hang out too long. Late. Have a good stream. Well, thank you. Don't worry, I'm not gonna be on too long, to be honest. I end up falling asleep. So of course Dante's away for today, but yeah, I ended up falling asleep at like 7:30. Now I get up an hour before the stream to start setting up if I end up taking a nap. But it was like 7:30 and I was like, you know what? I was so beat from work and just like this past week. I was like, just take a little bit of a nap. And well, here I am. What's it? A couple hours late. So, yeah, I'm basically like 3 hours late. So yeah, I will I'm probably just going to do these couple rounds and I might call it for right now, cuz I'll be back in the morning for Red Dead Redemption 2. That's like the big concern is like, I kind of fumbled the bag tonight, but it will not be fumbled. There we go. I will sacrifice my men to take out Princess Leia. I've killed so many of my men. There we go. Oh, shit happens. Yeah, I know. And it's just like, my stream times I always take very seriously, and like the one compliment I've always appreciated people give is that like they'll be like, you're not like other streamers, and that's always like a funny phrase to say. Oh, that guy just killed a trooper. God, he's just like me. um, but no, like I always take pride in being on time, and so to be late, I'm like, in my head, I'm more like, you should just cancel the stream. Like, you already fumbled the bag. And, my favorite phrase to say. So, yeah, I don't know. But I was like, you know what? No, it's Sci-Fi Live. It's Thursday night. I was supposed to do a co-stream. But I messed up. And, my co-streamers, like, reached out to me. And, I basically was just missing for hours. And people, like, called me, like, are you okay? Like, you're supposed to be, like, on. And I'm like, I finally got back to them, you know, like a half hour ago. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, I was sleeping. So, we'll be, like I said, we'll pick up the slack in the morning. But, gotta have those times, I suppose. I'll be around for Red Dead tomorrow when I'm playing. Guilty Gear. Yo, sick. Honestly, I really like the Red Dead stuff. My schedule's about to change, unfortunately, where, you know, I know I bring up every stream, but I like to, make sure that chat is, readily prepared for it as I have to be. Um, you know, so I'm gonna be having sick. They filmed the bag, but I picked it up. The biggest thing to cheat on this like game mode is literally just play hero, survive, and then just pick up the flag and just run. No one can run as fast as you. But yeah, so since it's gonna be changing, definitely this will be one of the norms for streaming. I'm either gonna be doing more morning streams or I'm doing. Oh no no no! Give me my flag. There we go. I'll be doing more morning streams, and I'll also be doing more. This would actually be early for the coming streams. That's the worst part. It's only gonna be for a couple months because by then I should finish out my degree certificate or certificate degree. I don't even know what to call it, but basically my certificate for the new career pursuit that I have. It should only be about 3 months, and especially for October, kind of the bummer because you know I'm so excited for the horror stuff, but it definitely we'll be looking at more weekend streams too. That's how we're gonna be picking up the slack, I suppose. Is Saturday and Sundays, where right now I'm not streaming on Sundays. Saturdays and Sundays will be the big stream days, and Friday night at like midnight. Because a lot of my co-streamers can stream at that time on a Monday. I mean, sorry, not a Monday. Sorry, on a Friday. And my Mondays, you know, will be pretty much probably nighttime. I like to think. And yeah. Yo, James the nerd. What's going on? I feel like I always see James every time I play OG Battlefront 2. Like I boot this bad boy up and he's just there. Oop, shit, we got first player. Oh, God, everyone. I mean, they literally made, I mean, kind of the same way they, you know, the 2017 Battlefront 2. They just made Vader OP for this entire setup. There we go. But yeah, so with the change in schedule, I mean, nothing but great things are also coming. So, pros and cons, right? Gotta have the good with the bad. We'll try to make it work every time. Yo, me too, honestly. Like, I was just thinking about it today just because some old, like, Star Wars machinimas that I was watching. And, I just, like, that's all I wanted to play all day today. I was just, like, because they added a lot of cool stuff. Because this is obviously pre, you know, Disney buyout. This is pre-Disney buyout by, like, at least 7 years. Who would have thought? Not me. But it's cool. They have Dark Troopers, and Dark Troopers come back through The Mandalorian. Ooh, there you go. They came back through The Mandalorian Season 2. Oh, no, they got... Woo. But here is cool, because this is the Phase 0 Dark Troopers. And, yeah. Oh. There we go. Let's try to storm them. No pun intended. Alright, making some moves. We got Princess Leia in here. But I know the shortcut. No one would ever go through the conference room. This is a nice addition. This is where you see last 15 minutes of episode 3. Where it's Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Bail Organa. Oh, just charge it. Woo! I didn't even know they got 2 flags. Like, this entire time I've been, like, just chilling as Darth Vader massacring everyone. I'm like, oh shit, we're losing. But yeah, my goal is I'm gonna try to set up a donation stream. Wait, you have to play on Lego Star Wars on my stream. New one. I spam Luke's just pushing fuck shit up. Yo, honestly though, I want to play as the Dark Trooper. Was it my goal is I want to save up and get a PC. Um, hopefully by January. Yeah, everyone dies. There we go. The Dark Trooper is like rifle here just has no actual aim, so unfortunately everyone gets sacrificed when I play. Um, there you go. Oh, she got me. Um, but yeah, my goal is I want to save up for a PC because nothing I want to do more, and that's actually what I fell asleep to is watching Battlefront 2, watching mods for it this day and age. It was Cryo, makes really good stuff. I think I brought him up last time. Um, I'm a big fan of his stuff, and he. Oh wait, there's a. Ah, there we go. Oh shit, oh no, we're going to 7. That's right. Normally I go to 5. That's what. Oh wait, Leia's got the flag. Hold up. Gonna have to pass me. That's where she'll. There we go. I'm gonna book it. I want to save up and get a PC so I can get literally just mods for this game. Like they have like the Death Watch mods. Just like great Mandalorian mods that they just added in here, and you know, it's just I watch them all the time. I don't know if Cryo still does videos about old like OG Battlefront mods, but make great stuff. What's it? You don't have to save up. I bought a 6 months pay, but it ends the first week. Oh, okay. So an installment plan is what you're saying. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I'll have to if you want to send me like a link to wherever you got it. Because I thought about that. I thought just like, you know, hey, maybe put it on your credit card, pay it off. But with, because I know I got to drop a K for school. Oh, no way he's going to, there we go. There we go. Yeah, so I know what's there. Oh, no, we're going to 6. Sick. Yeah, I don't know. I need to be strong enough. At least this is the goal. I've gotten 112 kills. Okay, so even at elite difficulty, I'm still only getting killed twice. So in my goals, I want to play this game with mods, but also Battlefront 2 2017 version with mods if I can. Just you know things like that, a couple mods here and there, and that's honestly my big drive to it because mods I always saw and I was like, oh, those are so sick. I used to watch You Always Win on YouTube. They still create tons of content daily. They're really cool guys. Uh, what's it? They would do Call of Duty mods, and I was always like, all right, cool. Like you know, Call of Duty, love that. You know, love the games, and they do like World at War, Black Ops, and Black Ops 3 basically mods, and phenomenal maps and stuff. Really cool. And that got me into mods. I thought it was a thing you could get on consoles. I was younger, so I didn't know. And that turned into then, well, I had to learn about mods. And I was like, oh, so you can modify the game's files, this and that. And then I started, then, was it? I started having interest in it. And then when Bethesda had Fallout 4, and eventually, like, hey, we're opening up mods for, you know, for consoles. And I was like, are you kidding me? I'm like, that's literally crazy. Um, I'm gonna take their tank. Once I had that, now I realize I'm like, I kind of don't want to go without. I really just want to play games with mods. Because, like, I guarantee someone has or is working on a Bad Batch mod for this game. Oh, God, I got destroyed by a landmine. That's Guns and Meathead. Yes! I gotta go record something for my karaoke stream coming up, but we stand. Love you. I love you too, man. Um, But yeah, dude, You Always Win. God, I'm so glad you know about them. Cause yeah, dude, it's Meathead. Sorry, not Meathead. Meathead. I'm still thinking about him even when he's not here. It's Meatwagon 22 and yeah, Guns for Hire, bro. They were like, that was like when I was like 17. I was like watching them like religiously. All their stuff. The only thing for me where they fell off and I think about this all the time because I still have their notifications on YouTube on, and I'll say because like it breaks my heart to think about it. How do I block in here again? I actually forget how to. Oh, killed him. Well, it has to be no. I don't remember, but I remember where they fell off with like 2017 in my books. Where they did lots of great content. Like, they have content coming out daily. But when they started to rehash the same maps, because they had very intricate mod maps and stuff, and I'll go back and watch their old stuff because I'm just like, it was crazy the mods they played and stuff. When they started to rehash the old maps, and they had but they did gun game instead. For some reason, that just really like killed it to me. I watched them. They still worked on next gen tactics. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, dude. Next gen tactics was like beautiful. All right, so yeah, that's probably like I would say I was like a little, well, not really a little bit after. No, I guess that I started watching them a little bit after I got into their Call of Duty mods. I remember going back and watching Next Gen Tactics, bro. That is like that unlocked a memory where you're saying like you forgot like Meat Wagon's name and stuff. I was like, bro, I forgot that they even worked on that. That is phenomenal. About to whoop Grooves' ass again. Yo, there we go. Whew. But yeah, no, they I still chime in because like nostalgia. You know what was great, and I think like the height of their stuff, and I always like to watch it because great. Because they were still, I hate like small YouTubers, but I would say small YouTubers. Um, they got a deal with SOG Knives, uh, SOG, and then knives, as in like the cutting utility tool or the cutlery, if you will. They got a deal with SOG where basically they got a custom map made. Like SOG like reached out to get custom maps made, and they were in like the SOG warehouse, and they could only use knives, and then they could like pack a punch them and stuff. And they had it where if you watched live, they would give away knives during the stream. And I remember I like tuned in. It was the first time I ever watched like live gaming. Um, which now that's what I do here on Twitch. Doo-doo. Yeah, they were like one of the big inspirations for also like me streaming and stuff. Is like because I love to watch their videos. Um, them and Typical Gamer and Djibouti Dubs, those three channels are like the whole reason I'm here. That's crazy. When was this game released? Bro, 2005. Game was released in 2005. I don't know, 7 or something. I got this Christmas Day, and this was just beautiful. This is still ranks one of my top favorite games ever. And I was just thinking about it today, to be honest, and I was just like, I have to pick it up. Like I have to sit here and play this, you know? Dude, I remember this game so clearly. Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, it's available on current gen consoles. I don't know if you have a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. I don't know if it's available to play on there, but it is. It's available. It's $10, I think it was, and I clocked in so many hours on this. I burnt the disc, like it got laser burnt on 2 PlayStation 2 discs. Like, I actually had to, once I got through the second one, they stopped making the game. I couldn't buy it at GameStop. I actually went to like a buddy of mine, and I was like, dude, I will pay you right now. Like, whatever money I have on me, I will give you it all just for this game. And the funny thing is, so I bought the game from them, and they're like, oh, here, like, have fun. Like, yeah, I think I only had to pay them like $10. And I was like, all right, sick. Like, and then wouldn't you believe it? Their game was laser burnt too. Like these games got mileage because they were great and they are still great. You know, I've played this game for 16 years. Like that's crazy to me. I remember 2004 they dropped Battlefront 1 and it was so hyped. It's a well-made game for its time. Yeah, I know. and and still a lot of things hold up. Like Bad Batch, phenomenal show. I talk about it on Master Archivist Mondays, here on Twitch, and one of the things I brought up is that there a lot of people are theorizing there's gonna be a clone uprising, and where does that come from? You got to play that in Battlefront 2. So this game is so ahead of its time still that it's still being brought back. Oh fuck yeah, I'm definitely gonna get a DMCA strike for this. I know it's too late. Yeah, we're just gonna turn that down. Can I? Oh no, that's master volume. Everything else is down. All right, maybe if we keep it low enough, maybe something will be fine. Literally last time I uploaded this to YouTube, I actually got I got a copyright strike. Or not, sorry, not copyright strike. I got demonetized, different. Um from Disney. They were just like, "Hey, that's John Williams music." I'm like, "I can't help it." Like that's as you see, I have to turn down everything or nothing. So yeah, that's probably gonna happen again. I'll probably get demonetized, but hey, as long as I don't get a copyright strike, I'll be perfectly fine. Twitch has been cool with it so far. Um, Fingers crossed. But hey, stop. Yeah, scrolling. I was like, holy shit, my childhood game. Well, hey, if you like Star Wars, this is pretty much the channel to be. I'm the Master Archivist, and I do a lot of sci-fi games. But the big thing is I have an obscene knowledge of Star Wars, like to the point like I don't even know if Superfan cuts it. I don't know if you can say I'm a fanboy anymore. I'm obsessed, and like I used to train people for the mouse. That's a fun fact about me is that I used to train people, and that was one of the things I would tell them when I would train them. I'm like, hey, heads up, I am because I'm not. I haven't seen a lot of classic Disney films, and people usually give me crap for that. Like I saw Lion King like 2 years ago, but I saw live action Lion King, so the cartoon one I only saw the first like 10 minutes of and fell asleep through it. So people give me shit for that. But the thing is, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So I used to tell my trainees, I'm like, hey, if you have questions, just kind of like if you're not looking for a long answer, I am the worst person to ask because I will tell you everything. And at first they're like, okay, we'll be sure not to ask you any Star Wars questions because it's gonna be long-winded. I'm like, correct. And that turned into was it that turned into eventually I just became the guy to talk to. And then people were like, hey, question. When they would like sell like merchandise and stuff, they're like, what's the difference between the rebels and the rebellion? I mean the rebels and the resistance. And I was like, oh, thank you. I was like, I've been waiting for this. The answer is nothing but everything. I'm like, once they take over the New Republic, and like a long, and that it started the long-winded conversation, much like how I'm talking now. Let me read chat here. Um, oh, dude, no, thank you. Like, literally, the reason I do it is for people who tune in. Like, this channel is literally nothing without literally the viewers. Like, you guys literally make it worth it. I was actually not even supposed to stream tonight. Like, I was, but I fell asleep. And then I was like, you know what, man? You want to play Battlefront 2? You're going to play Battlefront 2. And here I am. And I gotta say, I'm thankful for everyone who tunes in. Everyone gives the follow. And also the subscribers. For everyone who's, subbed this month and who resubs. Honestly, like, I can't thank you more from the bottom of my heart. And my goal is I want to take this channel, into the future. And, upgrading the systems here. And just, you know, I want to do some more with everyone. So, no, dude, honestly, like doing this, we got a lot of stuff coming up. If you're interested, I got I have what's called the plug segment. Like the Warren's staring me down. Yeah, that's what I like to call plug segment. I am Tima, aka the Master Archivist, and you can find me on Instagram. You can find me here on Twitch and YouTube. I upload all my stuff, and if you do enjoy the content, I always appreciate a follow. Um, Actually, don't see if anyone has followed. I think my thing's busted. Let me see. Yeah, so I know that one guy keeps trying to follow me. I keep like fumbling back with it, and oh shit, Luke Skywalker's here. Okay, well you know what? I'll take him out. Oh come on. But that's the thing is all retro games and stuff, especially for Master Archivist Mondays when it's in season, you'll find a lot of retro games. So if you have like me, pretty much like a nostalgic Star Wars childhood, you want to kind of take a look at and get some commentary on, this is the page. Next Master Archives Mondays is coming up in December. It's always when new shows drop. The Book of Boba Fett, all the lore and stuff for Book of Boba Fett, Easter eggs and stuff I find, I'm gonna be discussing here on the page. So it's one of my favorite things, kind of like my pride and joy, basically, is doing Master Archives Mondays. With this one being more off the cuff because of how short episodes of the Bad Batch is. Um, or I suppose was, since the season's done for right now. Um, since it was shorter, I had to do it every other week, but it's a weekly show, or it normally is. So shit, we are not doing well. Where is this flag? I'm getting literally nothing but Gamorrean guards. Aha. Yeah, I remember getting this game 2004. I got the first Battlefront um for Christmas and a PlayStation 2, because I know the DVD release of the original trilogy featured is on the episode 4 disc. Yeah, I knew. Oh, the Gamorreans got it. Oh, that's right. The Gamorreans. Yeah, they play both sides for it. I was gonna say, remember when this game mode was capture flag and not conquest, bro? I love. Yeah, honestly though, like I miss capture the flag, and I don't know how Battlefront 3 is gonna look, to be honest. Like I don't know what they're doing. They haven't even announced a Battlefront 3, so I kind of doubt. It's the curse. That's what it is. The Battlefront curse. We get ooh, we get we get two Battlefronts. They try to make them bangers as much as they can, and then everyone dips. And now that Lucasfilm's games is picking up the slack. Oh fuck, it's here. Oh, there's the Gamorrean. Hey brother. All right, there we go. I gotta go. Luke's right here. So hopefully Lucasfilm's games comes back with another Battlefront. I trust them. They're literally the same people who made this. This is LucasArts. Um, Same people made this game, and look, if they want to make, Lightning Strike twice, I'm all for it. They got a good formula going. The graphics of Battlefront 2 are beautiful. And who knows, I might play that next, or yeah, I guess not tonight, cuz I got Red Dead Redemption 2 in the morning, baby. And no, it was beautiful, just like seeing the game. I remember, I'm going on like a tangent of how I remember these games. I'm such an old man. Um so when it came to OG Battlefront 2, I'm gonna start there. I got a PlayStation 2 that same Christmas. And oh no, sorry. Yeah, that's what it was. So special editions on DVD. I had that, and they hyped this game up so much, and I get nostalgic to watch those. Maybe that'll be a stream coming up. I'll watch some old Battlefront stuff. And I remember my mom got me the game for PlayStation 2, and I was so happy. But I was like, "Hey, like I didn't want to be rude. I was like, um, I can't play this without a PlayStation." And because this is the first, obviously like disc console that I ever had. Before we only had like Nintendo 64. Um, well, that we had a NES and a Super Nintendo, but we didn't get too much use out of it because video games were still just very novelty to us. They weren't like a real pastime kind of thing. That was like if you were extremely bored, you turned on the SNES, and yeah, so I got the game. Then I was like, oh, like, you can't play this. And that was in the morning because we opened up gifts at like 4 a.m. in my house. Like, it's crazy. We get too excited. And I remember it was about 7 p.m. because, like, a lot of moments like that just stick very clear in my mind. It was about 7 p.m. And my mom was like, hey, go check behind the tree. I think we missed something. And I'm like, oh, cool. Like, I was like, another present. I was like, I wonder what it could be. At this point, I didn't even care I didn't have a PlayStation 2 to play this game. I was so excited about the game itself that literally I didn't even care. The game devs can't count to three curse. Oh, stop, bro. You're right. I hate it, but you're right. I didn't even think about that. Um, yo, see? And I was so excited just to have the game. I was like, you know what, man? I was like, doesn't matter. I have the game. That's half the battle. We'll figure out the PlayStation thing some other time. Maybe, maybe next Christmas or maybe my birthday next year. I was willing to hold on to that. And we didn't have the internet. Like, I know the internet was a thing, but we didn't get the internet till like 2011, you know? And it was just like, yeah, you can just read the pamphlet in the face. Yeah, and like I would look at the disc. That was my plan. I had tons of Star Wars action figures. I still have tons of Star Wars action figures, and now I collect them. Um, which is funny because the old ones I was kind of like, eh. And yeah, you're telling me. I was living Amish for years, but it didn't matter. I had a literally. This is how crazy it was. I had a PlayStation 2. I didn't care about the internet, and like friends would like tell me like, when you go home, look up. All right, now let me clarify in a way. I had the internet. I didn't have functional internet. I had dial up until about 2011. Like we didn't get Wi-Fi until my junior year of high school. Like I said, living Amish was an understatement. That's probably that's also why I clocked in so many hours on this game. I had this in Kingdom Hearts 2. I didn't care about any other game that was out there, and I didn't care about any consoles. Uh, though I did get sophomore year, I did get an Xbox. Oh, and I had tons of WWE games. Um, okay, see, all right, so we're all so at least me and Mel's Mare is on the same page here. Um, But yeah, so I remember I had the game, and my mom's like, "Go look behind the tree." That's 7 p.m. I was like, "Okay," and I go, and it's like a big box. I'm like, "I wonder what this thing could be." And you kind of get a couple guesses, do a little box shake, figure it out, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" It. I'm like, it could be a Millennium Falcon, which I did have as a kid. That was sick. Um, but no, I was like, okay, let me open it. PlayStation 2. I was so ecstatic. I remember the first thing I did because it sits forever in my mind, and I'm gonna play it probably right after this because I was thinking my first ever Battlefront memory was starting the game, and Episode 5 is my favorite Star Wars movie. I booted up. I couldn't figure out how to play the game. I didn't care. I didn't read the manual. You know, I was like, I guarantee I flipped through, but I didn't read it because I couldn't apply it. So I was like, all right, just look at the pretty picture. Um, I loaded up Hoth in instant action because I knew the word instant and I knew the word action. That's what I wanted, baby. I want right then and there. I want whatever this game could offer me. I saw the trailers thousands of times. I played that DVD. I still have the DVD, and I I knew it was coming to me, and I wanted all of it. So literally, I booted up that game, and I went to Hoth, and it started out. I booked it. I learned because I played a lot of games before. Oh, that's my guy. Um, I just booked it into battle. I ran, and I was in like a trench on Hoth, and I was like, "What's happening?" I'm like, "Where? Like, what are we doing? Where are we?" I'm like, "Well, we're on Hoth, but there's nothing happening." And there's no enemies. I didn't see any allies. I was like, I'm alone, and I didn't care. I was just like, this is so great, freaking out. Luke is gonna clap my cheeks in pure seconds. Oh, unless he died. He didn't die. Oh, I knew it. And I remember a rebel pilot showed up. He's wearing the orange jumpsuit, and he has that. I actually don't know what weapon it is technically. I remember he showed up, shot me right in the face, and I was like, wow. And then I spawned as another snowtrooper. And I just remember vividly just because of it blew me away. It changed my life. And it ended up being like I was there and the Darth Vader showed up. And, of course you couldn't play as the heroes back then. But just seeing Vader, I was like, oh my god. And it was just beautiful, man. It was beautiful. And then lightning struck twice. Because little did I know, not having the internet, or even knowing anything about where to look for information on games, like, game magazines or going and asking at GameStop. Didn't know anything about it. Well, next year, Battlefront 2 comes out. And my parents must have seen me clocking in the hundreds of hours I surely clocked in on that game. I have my OG PlayStation 2 memory cards somewhere, and I hope I really do have them. I'm afraid when I moved away, they might have gotten thrown out. Um, I want to see how many hours I clocked in because it has to be hundreds of thousands or something like that. And like if I was in the thousands of hours played, I'm like I wouldn't be shocked. And oh, it was so good. I remember the same thing. It was wrapped up. My mom put it in the tree, and she's like, "Just go check out that game right there." And I was like, "Well, I certainly will." And I open it up, and it's Battlefront 2. I'm like, I didn't know. And this is funny how it correlates here, because I played Battlefront 2, and I played as a stormtrooper because I do enjoy stormtroopers. And I remember going this way, and this is in the middle of battle. And if you go right up to here, this grate can get destroyed. And if you go down, oh, it's actually gonna kill me if I fall. It's the trash compactor from episode 4. So you fall in, and I was like, whoa, trash compactor. You know, being a Star Wars fan, sometimes you just get happy about the little things. I remember crushed me just like that. And I was like, whoa, that's so sick. And that then kickstart this. And I can totally believe I played hours too, because literally I clock in so many hours. And Star Wars in general changed my life. From when I first saw it to even today, my life has been so integrated. I applied to Lucasfilm, so I'm hoping oh, see? There you go. Yeah, in my thousands of hours of playing, I can show you like tons of little areas and stuff. Um yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful stuff this game. And it's just when I mean, the first time I ever saw Star Wars, I was like 3. I went to a yard sale like 2 houses over, and I remember seeing when they released the special editions in 1977. This is a couple years after, because I was only 3. It's probably about 2000, I want to say. Um, I remember going and I saw, or is it 2000 or is it 1999? Um, it was right about the time Episode 1 came out or was just about to come out. I think it just came out at the time. And I remember I got the VHS because it just looked shiny and there was like a cool helmet. And I'm actually gonna exit out of here because I want to go to Hoth now. I remember I popped that VHS in, and you see the first couple minutes of episode 4. It just kicks off so fast. We'll continue out saving. Go to Hoth. We could do hunts. Fight some Wampas. Now, you know what? We'll do Conquest first, and then I'll fight Wampas. Um, what should I do? I'll take requests if anyone has like a map they want me to play. Because honestly, I dig. Or you know what? I'll do. If you buy, here's another fun fact about Battlefront 2. If you buy it on Xbox, you can actually get extra maps. So they bring you the Renvar Citadel and Harbor from from the original Battlefront, because on the original Xbox it was offered as DLC. And with that being said, we're actually going to do so Renvar Harbor. You also can do assault mode where you play as heroes and villains. So, for those who aren't aware, Mos Eisley was the place you could do assault, where you can play as only heroes. And then I'll do a space battle for you. They had so funny enough, I think Coruscant is an option for like it's like Space Coruscant, but I guess I'm wrong in this regard. And when you buy this game on the Xbox One, you can actually get Renvar, Citadel, Harbor, um, what was it, Yavin Arena from the first one, and you can do Assault on there. You can play as all the heroes and villains, and also, and we're gonna see it when we get to it, you do get some added characters that were only DLC on the Xbox. So in my opinion, the Xbox One version is the one that everyone should buy. Because I don't even know if Steam. I have this game on Steam, but I have to take a look. Um, my laptop is kind of BS, so I can't really play. I'm gonna do Rebels Because I remember, I started out here, or no, that's right. That's right. I was Empire, and whatever. We'll go in here. We'll play some Rebels, and yeah, you get tons of extra content. It is great. It feels like Revive, and yeah, but no, Star Wars just been great. Ever since I saw Episode 4 on VHS, I've been hooked. I used to read. You had to go no internet. I used to read tons of the books. I had the encyclopedia memorized. Where like, you know, I never knew I was too obsessed with it until I got into like middle school and high school, and I'd be like, "Oh, what about Jedi Master?" This is before Clone Wars. Like we got the Tarkovsky Clone Wars, the 2D one. Um, this was before. Oh shit, there's a guy. Oh no, he's cool. That guy died. This is before the 2008 Clone Wars, and I remember I'd be like, "Oh, what about Jedi Master Kit Fisto?" I remember people were like, "Who?" I was like, "Green guy." Episodes like 2 and 3 got killed by Palpatine, and people were like, "How do you know that?" I was like, I thought it was like a thing. Like I thought we were all on the same page here." And they're like, "No, I don't know who that is. It's like a dumb name." And I was like, "You're dumb." I'm like, "That's a great Jedi Master." And it was just there was that Battlefront 2, 2017. I was part of like a clan, and we used to play like I like to say semi-professionally because we clocked in like 20, 30, 40 hours a week playing, and we'd go against like other people. We would form up. Oh god, I got an invitation to join the 501st Legion recently. They want me to basically like pick up playing again, like basically full time. I don't have the time for it, but it's a great honor, and I will be accepting it. And I'll kind of see like, hey, I could play every other night, like you know. My goal is long term, especially with this channel, is I really want to try getting into just doing Star Wars stuff full time. I know it's everyone's goal when they go to stream; they want to be full time for it, obviously. Um, oh, cool. I'll take a look sometime. I have it on. Ah, nice. Um, Yo, I gotta figure out what my Steam is. When I figure it out, can you add me on Steam? And that's what I want to do is just, I want to take the Master Archivist character, I got lore for the character and stuff, lore friendly. And it's my own OC kind of thing, but also like usually I have a face cam, so for, anyone new to the channel, I usually have a face cam. Right now I just have my little logo in the corner like a watermark you see on TV. And actually let me boost up now. Now that I don't have Cantina bands. What was that? Yeah, it was a 50. There we go. So yeah, no, like I wanna do more. I'm gonna start working on videos to kind of add to the Master Archivist lore. Um oh nice. Thank you. I need to be on I need to play stuff on Steam more. I think and I'll go on a side tangent in a second. I'll finish up what I was saying. Um But yeah, no, that's when you get hired for the mouse. I like to use the mouse as the terminology. There's a video they show you of a guy who is basically the go-to man at Lucasfilms, and what hit this is also one of my favorite skins, Pilot Luke, and the fact you can only play him on here I think is booty cheeks. Um there's a guy who basically his whole thing he's like, I had a love of Star Wars. My mom always said like, what are you gonna do with that knowledge? You can't get a job with that. And then now he's working at Lucasfilms as a historian for Star Wars. And I'm like, wow, what a dream job. um so I've been trying to work on the idea of getting into coding, 3D modeling, because I really want to just I want that kind of job. Like I want, it's don't get me wrong, it's a dream job. It'll literally be like, great to do. Who knows? Hopefully I can work something out like that. They're gonna have me work as a manager of Galaxy's Edge at one point. Um and I end up, getting sick and moving, so uh bummer. Feels like I lost my dream job. So but now I decided to repurpose I repurposed myself in life, and I picked up streaming, and I was like, you know what? I have an obscene Star Wars knowledge, and I think people would get a kick out of it. So, as I always say, if you enjoy the content, I always appreciate a follow. Because kind of lets me know I'm fulfilling that goal. And if you like the content and you got Amazon Prime, you do have a free $5 you could help support the channel. And we also offered paid subscriptions. So, it's the Star Wars dream that hopefully I can keep going. And so my side tangent I was thinking of, and Melsmere, I know you know a bit more about it. What is that console from Steam? The handheld one's kind of like a Switch. Um, yeah, hey man, I hope one day I can arrange that. That's why I put in. I'm always literally putting applications like Lucasfilms and like Disney. Um, just because like the Disney ones obviously I can't really do. Just because of where I live now. But hopefully, near future, maybe. Um, but yeah, I like apply to Lucasfilms. I applied to their internship, which, hopefully something comes of it, but I haven't heard anything back. And obviously due to COVID, that's gonna interfere in that, understandably. But what's that console that Steam came out with? And it was what did I major in? So for college, um, sadly, I didn't choose to go to college immediately out of high school. Well, I can't say sadly, I chose to. I became a residential electrician. And that then turned into, I then went to college, pursuing law enforcement, to be a park ranger. And so I was studying law. And then that turned into now, because I'm a musician. I don't know, cause like right now I'm like, oh, you know, like the jobs I'm doing now, cause I have like 3 jobs, and no, but like I majored in right now musical performance, and cause I'm gonna start teaching music is what I'm up to, so cause that's my big thing outside of here, so like I have like original music that plays on the channel for the intro and the outro. I write music personally, and then I'm now also writing in bands. So I'm doing things like that, and you know, I've want to take on coding. That's been like my recent endeavor. Um, and just doing things like that. I know they have like machine shop work coming up, and I make like I like to say make, but like I dabble in like amateur prop building is what I like to call it, and like cosplay and stuff. So I'm hoping. Oh, that's it. Snow Trooper. No, I'm gonna clap. Gonna get clapped. There we go. Whew. So I don't know. That's what I've ended up doing. I mean, I'm only 24, so it's like I have tons of things I'm always up to. And but that's I'm always up to something. That's always what it boils down to. But I'm hoping that and all the other things I've done in life will kind of help pave its way, I would say. Also, we got to take out this walker before it's too late. All right, we'll come in as Luke. All right, let's go. Woo. But yeah, so I don't know. It's been life's been crazy. There's been a lot of things. This AT-AT's just gonna stand here. Nope, never mind. Go. Oh, is it? No, got destroyed. I'm too late. Ooh. But yeah, so I went to vocational. Now I'm doing I like things in the pursuit of like science and like just like general education things I really enjoy. But now I'm pursuing pharmaceutical tech, like a pharmaceutical technician career. Um, so dealing with chemistry and general mathematics, and yeah. So that's the new endeavor because and it's always kind of something gets in the way is kind of been the issue. Um, it's like the music major stuff is just like I picked up because I wanted to make better compositions, so I want a formalized training outside of like private lessons. Private lessons are good, but the problem is that like, it hinges on the teacher kind of what they're going to teach, all things considered. They base the lessons around you, or they should. But generally it hinges on, what can they teach? Can they do this for formalized education. It's a, that's what it is. It's a formalized standard of education in music. So I've taken that up, and that's, it's honestly been a blessing for composition. I code for a living, so you need resources to get started. Hit me up. Yeah, honestly. How do you feel about Code Academy? Because I have a buddy of mine who does coding for a living, and he was like, do Code Academy to get started. One of the things I noticed in the Lucasfilms applications is what was it? It's a lot of 3D modeling. I know, and I know that's its own endeavor. Um, but things relating to that, like Industrial Light and Magic, deals a lot with their big thing is with the Mandalorian. Can I actually? I don't think. Yeah, because I'll probably die before I can do this. Ooh, there we go. They deal with their biggest thing right now is and they've always been very creative when it comes to advancements in special effects, and that's something I kind of want to get into. Um, 3D modeling, things to help with filmmaking, generally speaking. Um, God, I die before I can get to Vader. So things like that. I've never used Code Academy, but it'll probably cover all the same stuff I point you to. Okay. Um, I just don't know generally what would be a good thing to take up, because I know like C++, a lot of people have been like, oh, you should take that up, and I'm like, I generally just don't know what would be the best endeavor. But I know that one of the big things they've been doing is 3D modeling, and that's been one of their big things for the Mandalorian is that the actors wear basically an Oculus Rift. They build the terrain around them, and they have it pan out in such a way where can I? How do I do this? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna crash. I was always the worst snow speeder pilot. Yep. Oh boy, oh boy. Um, the star is typically always the same. Just different ways to talk about it. All right, hold on. Python's language to start with. We want to look at games. Okay, all right, C sharp. Okay, so I'll probably look C sharp because that's a lot of things they're asking. They're like, "Oh, have you done this? Have you done that?" I meet the qualifications of a couple jobs from like the different things I've pursued so far in my life. Um, you know, and handyman work, music, general like technology stuff. I know I meet the requirements of some of them, and that's of course why I apply. You know, um, but yeah, so I don't know, but that's something I know that they deal with a lot and they look at, and I would like to be a part of that industrial light and magic, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, having the ability to basically join the mouse and do stuff Star Wars related, and I was the guy for it. That alone, yeah, I think is great. But my opinion is that I can always just do better, for better or worse. Don't get me wrong. That's a tough mentality to keep, because there we go. Gonna kill that last guy. There we go. Tough mentality to keep. Also, I always play the pilot if you need one. Yeah, honestly, I do. Because what I always do is when I get close, I switch to the grappling cable, just because I'm like, I'll do that. They can pilot. Like, and multiplayer's still up on Steam. If I adjust my settings, I could probably get up and run on this old laptop. Um, but yeah, so uh, I really hope to do something, in that vein, of course. Here we go. I want to play Wampas. You never get the chance to play as Wampas. But yeah, so things like that, I like to pursue. But 3D modeling's big because they have the actors wear like an Oculus Rift, and for the acting, which I think is amazing, they have the scenes play out in basically like, something similar to that of Blender. And oh, this is great too. The Millennium Falcon has their turn up there. Um yeah, so they have that, and that's why 3D modeling has become kind of something I want to get into, is just for that aspect alone. Plus, also 3D printing is pretty cool. So, there we go. Sure these turns. I'm gonna die. That's fine. This is man versus nature. There we go. But yeah, things like that. I gotta work on removing the but when I talk, so I apologize. So pretty much from there, they have the scenes play out. The actors can kind of see what's happening instead of like guessing, like like the prequels of blue screen. And that to me is what makes it way more believable. Now, don't get me wrong, especially watch season 1, the finale, when after Din Djarin takes down Moff Gideon's TIE fighter. Take a look at the surrounding area when Grief Karga, Cara Dune, and Mando. Oh, keep is like the only time I play Wampa. Look at the scenery around them, and you'll see it's pretty 3D modeled. Like you can kind of tell. Take a look at that, and like, but the fact that they did that, and the actors can have that kind of what's the word I want to use for it? That scenery to play off of instead of just kind of like guessing, like, hey, Navarro is this, looks like I don't know what the word is, like a volcanic. What's it called? God, I just can't remember. Anyway, it kind of looks like the worst description. It looks like Sullust, for those who played Battlefront 2015, But if you also see Mandalorian, you know what I'm talking about. Um, Something like that, where it's like, oh, the area looks like this. So they're familiar, and that's what I want to get into is building that environment. I think that's kind of sick. Um, you can use Blender to learn 3D modeling since it's free, but you might need to be careful if your PC can run it past simple shapes. Yeah, it can run it. Like, the thing is though, it won't render because I use it for video editing. Yeah, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I'm happy to have you. I'm doing a lot of Star Wars stream and stuff, or if you also like Marvel, I deal a lot with Marvel as well. I'm doing probably X-Men Legends on GameCube, but we're probably gonna be doing Battlefront 2017 coming up. And I have Red Dead Redemption 2 story mode. I'm just giving you in case you have to bounce. These people hit the file right before they leave. So in about 7 hours, I will be back to stream Red Dead Redemption 2. And then tomorrow night, we're going to have Call of Duty Warzone. So that's me and my stream team get together to play that. So if you like really dumb banter, oh, that is the place for it. And we're also big Star Wars fans too, so we're going to have a lot like that. But Mel's Mara, what I was saying is with Blender, I try to render videos because I want to get into YouTube editing. So I took like Mortal Kombat and I took the unedited video and I tried to edit it. It still came out to like 2 hours. Um, and it just kind of like it takes forever. It took like 17 hours to render, and then it just kind of like quit on me. It didn't even fully. It rendered, and then it went into I think then it went into actually like downloading. Oh, and this is what I was talking about, the heroes versus villains thing. So you get a Saj Ventress. By the way, this is different from how we see her in most other things. I mean, also look at the face models. It's 2005. But look at this. She has a nunchuck lightsaber, which, by the way, I've never seen anywhere else, and I don't really recall her having a nunchuck lightsaber either. She had the lightsabers that could separate, given to her by Count Dooku in the Tarkovsky's Clone Wars, but she literally has a string connecting these, and I'm like, this is amazing. She also has a corset, or she just had like what looked like a sports bra. It's like how I would describe it. So this is a very interesting take, and it may come from Legends novels. Oh, and here's Kit Fisto, as I was bringing up before, which is also why I kind of brought him up. Kit Fisto, he's shirtless and he has his own force powers. And this is also the Renvar Harbor from the first game, which is one of my favorite maps because it has the ice cave. And this is like where you would get clapped, is this ice cave. Oh, which they also gave it this like entranceway, which is kind of cool. So, some differences in the game. Oh yeah, that's right, Anakin's on the dark side in this game. I always forget that because he's on the light side where he should be. In Battlefront 2017. But let me see. Rendering do be like that. Yeah, I know, and I hate it. And it just takes forever. So if I'm gonna release YouTube exclusive videos, as I call them, I'm definitely gonna keep them like 10 to 20 minutes. because those are like way simpler to render. And I even did like, adjust the CPU, do this and that, and like, it's just booty cheeks, man, booty cheeks. So hopefully that can have itself arranged. Like little like I forget what I was gonna do. From this past Monday's thing, because of thanks to Star Wars yet again. I'm really into filming. I haven't directed anything. I write films. I just haven't, I write. Well, I don't write the screenplays. I write the plots exactly and the major plot points. Um, I've I've only loosely written one screenplay. Um, so I thought about, and so I've studied a lot, that kind of stuff, and people apparently liked my film analysis of, and character development stories, that I did on Monday as I played Battlefront 2017. People apparently got a kick out of it, so I was like, hey, if you guys would be interested in me doing content like that, and people were like, yes, like we wouldn't mind. So I was like, cool. I guess I might work on that. One of my first videos I have plans, this is just exclusive content I actually haven't spoken to anyone about yet, is doing it's basically the character development of Han Solo and why I think it's the weakest of like, well, it's kind of like in defense of Disney and character development of Han Solo is kind of what I'm going to call the video. God, I'm just striking out here on these hits. Because I don't think, this quick side tangent, as always, when I start to talk, it's going to be a very quick side tangent that's very long. So, Han Solo, great character, one of my favorites. Growing up, I loved Luke Skywalker. Into my teens and, until like a couple years ago, I was like, yo, Han Solo. I was like, Luke's too goody-goody. Now that I'm older, I was like, yo, Luke Skywalker, though? Like, one of the things, though, is that, Han Solo, I just find to have weak character development. And that's why also Harrison Ford didn't really want to keep playing him. In an interview, he was just like, his arc was done after episode 4. He's like, so I wasn't looking to come back, there wasn't exactly a planned sequel when we were doing it. And then, I'll save more of the tangent there, but, that's the synopsis of it, is going into something like that. Like I said, I've written stories that I want to turn into short films one day, but, God, having money for those is just crazy. I had a Padawan breed, as most people, as the viewers know, for the most part. I had a Padawan breed up until like a week ago. I grew it to like my shoulder, and because I've had it for a short film that I wrote, and I was actually gonna film it. I was like, dude, this story, it seems great. I could probably fund it, given time. I knew it was gonna fall through the cracks though. Just because of like some issues in my personal life. I knew it would fall through the cracks, so I didn't want to, invest into it and nothing happened. I have a custom lightsaber design and stuff. Like, I put in the work. The double whammy, yeah, I know, right? But, is like, kind of a bummer, because I was really, like, hyped about it, and that's why I just cut it. Besides, like, it also just kind of looked dead when I took it out of the braid. I looked goofy when I just had it not braided. Some days I just didn't want to braid it. But, yeah, it fell through the crack, unfortunately, and, who knows, man, I'll pick it up one day. Hopefully, I'll probably be too old at that point to be the Padawan in the story, so, not that I like to cast myself in my own films I write, because I don't, If I do, I like to be, like, a background character, just because, I don't want to, why should I be front and center? I want to direct the shit. So, yeah, no, maybe I'll be old enough to be, the Jedi Master. But, I'll give you the synopsis of the story. Conversational points here. I started thinking about Jedi Fallen Order, because last March I started my Jedi Fallen Order series. I wasn't too big on archiving videos, ironically, as the Master Archivist. I had it here on Twitch, but I didn't have a YouTube channel at the time. So I saved, like, 2 videos, and, I started thinking, so if you go and watch the beginning cinematics to Jedi Fallen Order, after the cutscene where you save your buddy from falling off that old Venator class like Star Destroyer, or like light cruiser basically. When you save him, you're sitting on the train, and that's when the Inquisitors stop you because the probe droid obviously caught you, and the probe droid just calls the Empire on you. Get stopped by those Inquisitors. One of the things I thought was weird is if you look at Cal Kestis' lightsaber, that's a big lightsaber in comparison to something like Anakin's, or Obi-Wan's. That's a pretty big lightsaber. Well, my thought was, how did he got that when he was a Padawan? Like, how did he hide that from everyone? Because you have to figure, he works for the Empire, and they're basically kind of like slaves to the Empire working on Baraka. But you got to figure, like, he had to live with people and hide that thing. Obi-Wan, when he hid his journal and stuff on how to construct the lightsaber in his hut on Tatooine, yeah, do some Stan Lee cameos. He had that chest rigged to explode. So if you had to be force sensitive to get into it, basically know how to like de-arm it. So the thing is, though, if you just open it, it would just explode, destroying everything. Because his fear was, and I hope they do this in the Obi-Wan Kenobi spin-off, show, like, well, the standalone show. I hope they do bring this up because it's great. So who knows? Might get a Luke cameo on that one. One of the things, though, is that I thought, I was like, if he had a chest like that, that would make sense. But you could clearly see he was carrying it on him. So my idea was that he probably carried it every day when he would go to work. Well, I work, manual labor jobs. And some people are kind of weird and they touch you. Like they'll come over, give you like a, arm around the shoulder, like, what's up, buddy? Things like that. I'm like, you're telling me not once. Or like, even if like you have like a bag, be like, oh yeah, no, buddy, go in my toolbox, grab that thing. You're telling me nothing ever happens? Where like, you probably had to cover his footsteps or something, like, no one discovered that lightsaber and just been like, hey man, what's the deal with this? I mean, first you have to understand what a lightsaber is, so who knows, he might have just had that out in the open, not around the Empire, and it just seemed weird to me. So that led me to think, like, what if he had a smaller lightsaber? Would that make a difference? I was like, well, I think so. It'd be easier to hide. I was like, okay. And the ideas kept rolling. So that started me writing this film, where it started with the idea of a smaller lightsaber. I was like, okay, well, Cal was right by wearing regular clothes. If he walked around in a tunic like Obi-Wan, that would raise some eyebrows a little bit. Or should have. On Tatooine is fine, because no one cares. So many people pass through there. He was just some old lunatic living out in the Dune Sea. Well, past the Dune Sea. It's just kind of like, okay, well, that's something. So then I started thinking, I was like, okay, well, I did some character design for the character. I was like, what if he was a Padawan? Like post-Order 66, much in the way Cal was. And what I basically gave it was a man on the run, like a Leonardo DiCaprio Catch Me If You Can kind of thing. He's wanted, and he's running. That's gonna, and that's the basic idea. Now, I haven't gone as far enough to write it to give the character more of a motive, but more or less who he could run into. No, nothing from the shows, like nothing from the movies or the shows would appear. It would all be like original things and stuff. And I figure I wrote times of him as the Padawan, and then him as the I don't want to call him like the exile because it doesn't exile. I'm thinking like I think what it would be like. I want to call him like the just man on the run, the wanted man. And I made this custom lightsaber idea. It was like a small hilt lightsaber, but it was on a it looked similar to that of a walking stick, and I have like a wooden version of it. I made like a dowel and some PVC pipe just to kind of get the idea. And I reached out to DX Sabers, which this is early before their controversies that are still ongoing. That'll be a tangent I'll get into later. I reached out to them about like, hey, look, I need basically a combat saber, so one that doesn't make noise, because I'll have to add that in the sound design. I'll have to add that in. And I was like, yeah, so I kind of want to get that done. Um, I had a custom design for one of the antagonists of the show, or the short film, and or series, I guess we could call it, because it was gonna end up being a series if I could afford it. A lot of things, and I basically had him on the run, encounters with stormtroopers. That's kind of where it leads to, and the idea. Obviously, that's a very brief synopsis. That was the idea, and I was really kind of pumped about it. So I was like, you know what? I could probably afford this. And, I could get some funding, and I was actually going to have a buddy of mine who I casted as one of the, I casted him as the main antagonist because he kind of had a look I liked. And, you know, we kind of just had like what I assume was like a falling out. Nothing violent or anything, nothing mean. Just, I haven't heard from, and I haven't heard from him. He hasn't heard from me. And I did hear some like bad things, you know, and it kind of hurt my feelings. So I was like, all right, man, cool. Like, we'll call it even here. Um, so unfortunately that, unless I find someone else to cast it, it's probably not gonna happen. So having to then recast and have to find the rest of the cast too. Get the lightsabers and costumes made, and I had like people lined up ready to build the costumes. Like I was really getting this going. Um, and it just didn't pan out. And the lady who cuts my hair. I just told her like I think like last month. I was like, next time you see me, I probably won't have this braid. I was like, I think I'm pulling the plug. And she's been with it from the start. She was, once the shops opened up, she could cut my hair again. She was asking like, how's it going? How's this? And I was like, oh, I'm really pumped because like like we're doing all this now. And yeah, didn't pan out. Hey, that's showbiz, baby. And you know, I want to re-scrap some of the stuff that I've designed and built. So hope that's gonna play into the channel. That's where the mask actually comes from. The Master Archivist masks and stuff that I have was a character I wrote. Who was gonna get slaughtered. I wrote them literally for the pure thing of they were weak. Um, in the early stages of Order 66, the Padawans I would have them on like a mission basically. Their master would be massacred. Um, and one of the characters I wrote, they had a mask, like a breathing apparatus of sorts. I wanted a character with asthma, is what it boiled down to. I was like, I want to, because I have a buddy of mine who has really bad asthma, and I was like, I want him to play that character. And he's gonna get massacred horribly by clone troopers. And because that was the idea, is either clone troopers, as long as you have your archive stuff, could happen in the future. I know, and that's what it's turned into, is the Master Archivist. The character itself spans from little ideas from here. But I know like my asthma character, I basically had them with a breathing apparatus, and they were gonna have that Darth Vader kind of deep breathing, and that was gonna pan into an Inquisitor and clone troopers were going to basically take this person out, and I was gonna have this Inquisitor wail on the wail on this Padawan, like Luke episode 6 fighting Darth Vader, like right at the end, right before he cuts off Vader's hands. I was gonna do something just like that, and you would hear it was the episode, I'll call it, that this character is written into. It was gonna be brought through that, it was gonna be brought to the audience that like, hey, you can see that they have a breathing apparatus, and there's gonna be a situation comes up where they have to adjust and it'll realign their breathing, implying that they're gonna have to do some work on it, and it'll show the gauge being low. So when that gauge is low, it's not spoon feeding it to the audience, be like, oh, I have a condition. No, it's like you see them going through their process of, this is how I survive, but they don't just clearly state it. So it's you as the viewer, you kind of click, you're like, okay, cool, because like I'm not gonna write the thing like the audience is an idiot. No, like you're watching it, you know a thing or two probably about Star Wars, or you can understand, hey, mask help breathing, is important. There you go. And so you're gonna have like a situation where they're like on the run or something, and they have to adjust the breathing apparatus, and you see everything adjust. The mask kind of calms down. The breathing is kind of like the heavy breathing subsides. And then when this Padawan is getting wailed on by the Inquisitor, you're gonna see the kind of like the sliders start to go up, and you hear the breathing get more erratic because now they're under heavy stress, and that's gonna then turn into they're getting weaker, and then it's just gonna be a slaughter. Yeah, character traits, and just things like that, and that's what I've learned, like things like character traits and stuff from watching Star Wars and like analysis of it. And I was gonna go for budget limitations. The reason why I studied how they made the 1977 Star Wars, the first one, A New Hope. Um, I was watching the special effects of that because obviously they were doing some pretty cool stuff. And if you get the chance, and I might watch it here on the channel, it is amazing. Ralph McQuarrie ahead of his time on a lot of things he did. Um, Lucasfilms doing what they did, Industrial Light and Magic, in inspiration, and that's yet again where I want to be. So with that being said, I had a lot of couple characters. It was gonna be a progression. It was the hunt for the Padawan is basically what it was. It would be random question. You play Valorant? I actually have it downloaded. I've never played before. So, it's one of those games I just picked up. I'm like, I'll play this one day, and I just haven't had the chance. Um, hey, if you're interested, I can play it here on the channel. Probably next week. Where I'm at, we work off Eastern Standard Time. I'm on the East Coast of America. So, with that, my streams will be taking place probably about midnight, coming up. And then from there, if it's not midnight, it's probably gonna be like 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check your local listings for the time. I post it on my Instagram when I go live, but I'll do a Valorant stream. I'm cool when I don't have anything exactly planned. And September, I'll be still streaming regularly like I do now, like 4 or 5 streams a week minimum. What I'll gladly put aside a day to do Valorant if you're interested. So, like I said, I have downloads, so I have an interest in it. Just haven't had a chance to play it. But yeah, no, Lucasfilms did great stuff. But it was the hunt for the Padawan. Oh, sick, cool. So, I'll also update my schedule here on Twitch too. I'll put it up for next weekend, maybe. Well, actually, that starts my. Because when I start the new hours at my job, might be this week. If it's not this week, hell yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. I might do it Monday then. If my hours are normal like they are now, before they change over, I'll probably do it Monday. I've played Valorant, and but I'm pretty awful. Hey, who knows? I'll probably suck too. Um, I've spent so many years playing Battlefront, I just don't know how to play anything else. Cool. Okay, so that brings us all the way back to Hoth. Um, let's go. Let's do one more. I'll probably do one more map, and I'll call it a night because it's almost 1 a.m. and I have to be up in less than 7 hours. I'm also gonna watch like Clone Wars before I go to bed because that's me. But no, like the hunt for the Padawan is gonna be like I made a custom bounty hunter, Inquisitors. It runs in the same vein of Jedi Fallen Order. It's just where they were great on building characters. I don't think I can hold a candle to it. Um, let's do a space battle for Mel's Mara. We're Megiddo, Tatooine, Yavin. We'll do Space Hoth. We were just there. Assault, critical systems, frigates and fighters. Yeah, we're gonna do assault. I'm not a big fan of capture the flag in space. It is kind of cool though. I'll give it that. Um, I'll do that, and I think I'll finish it off. Oh, Camino. How could I be such an idiot not to play Camino? But yeah. So I had like the hunt for the Padawan, and like it's in the same vein of Jedi Fallen Order. Obviously it has its own thing to it, but ooh, I want to play Rebels. I love the jumpsuit. So hopefully that's where it's gonna go. in the future is that I can pick it up. The Master Archivist character, I wrote my own story for. How do I have them? There we go. That's the command to get in. I had to like remind. Oh no. All right, there we go. All right, man. I'm going to crash. Loving your content. Hey, man. Well, I appreciate you coming in. Hopefully, if I can see you sometime this weekend, I'd love to have you in chat again. But get some good sleep, cause Lord knows I have to too in the next like 20 minutes. So enjoy your time, man. Hey, I appreciate the follow and support here of the page, and hopefully I can catch you for some more Star Wars and sci-fi content. But yeah, so that's in general, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. The Master Archives character, I'm gonna do some development videos in the next couple months for. Um, Not looking at the most high quality because I don't have a lot of equipment for it. Um, but it's one of those little things. I'm on a nostalgia trip right now with this. Here, my go-to tactic, and it never fails me. I am actually on the wrong side. I need to destroy their. I always wreck their insides first, and I'm not changing how I said that sentence. I said it how I said it. I always wreck their insides, and then because I want to get the shield down for everyone else. Well, I'm gonna get collapsed because I went on the wrong side. Gun it. No, 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 no. Oh, we're gonna get clapped. Oh, bless. Oh my God. Okay, okay, okay. Well, we'll go back inside. But oh God. All right. I feel bad. It makes it's like the end of Mando where they're like, what's one X-wing gonna do? And now it's me about to wreck their inside. Like, dude, you know what's great if you have Facebook? I don't have Facebook. Um, but when I did, there's a Battlefront 2. I think it's called like Battlefront. Oh, it's Battlefront 2 Battlefront posting. And oh sick, their shields are offline. Oh, I'm about to wreck their shit. Um, Come on, I'm overheated. Ah, it's too far away. Cut it loose. There you go. But they make some best memes. That's just like Nom Carver. I never realized like other people had this issue. For some reason, the character Nom Carver has like the biggest kill count ever. And One Dirty Blonde, hello, welcome to the stream. I probably have like another. Alright, let's take out their life support. I probably have another like 20 minutes. Like I'm gonna finish up this and then do the Camino map, and that's probably it for me for tonight. Cause as you know, I got Red Dead very very soon, and I need to sleep so bad. Oh, I'm gonna. Oh my God, fumbled the bag right there. Um, I need to get sleep so badly. Oh, okay. Well, welcome. Just me rambling on about well, as you know, my short films and stuff. Um, but no, like what was I going on about? I go on about a lot of things, you know. Oh yes, the Master Archives character. I've been doing as dumb as it is TikToks. Um, I don't post them on TikTok. They exist. They just people can't view them because I'm not looking to make TikTok content, I suppose. Except I do like the editing software of it. As dumb as it is, I think it's great for anyone who wants to get into little things. Just dabbling in the idea of playing with making little videos. I think that's great. It's a good footnote in the filmmaking, or I don't want to I'll go content creating world. So I make dumb little videos and stuff, and I have a new one I'm working on to promote Master Archivist Mondays and stuff. And so I want to use that and make the content to help build my alias sets command of Gong does not exist. That's a lie. I'm supposed to be in a Zoom lecture. I got bored and popped on. Hey, I'm an advocate for education, so I'm like, get you education. But then on the other hand, hello. But things like that. I have. Oh, that's right. The shields are down. Sick. This is less work I have to do inside this ship. There you go. This is the best thing. You just hide underneath them. They can't even get you. Alright, let's go to that good old gonk droid. Get some more ammo here. But, yeah, so I just think it's good content, and I want to use that and some little tricks and stuff to help build up the Master Archives character. Because the character itself, people know me in real life. They know, like, my real name. I don't use my real name. Um, and I also don't really show my face. I mean, granted, when I'm home, I'm more of, like, a hermit. Like, I stay home. Oh, God, someone's in here. So it's like, I go by Tima. Teemah, which is just the phonetic pronunciation. Well, sorry, it's the phonetic pronunciation of the acronym of the Master Archivist. So the Master Archivist is TMA, and so I'm like, oh, when I was playing Legend of Zelda, I was like, ha, Tima, and then I was like, wait a minute. I was like, that is actually kind of a good name. So that's the name I've adopted. I am Tima. It's what I always prefer. Um, Melsmera, you doing the Lord's work out here. But, so I want to expand on the character more. I have, like, my custom mask, which is also part of my logo here. And I have, now the secret is I like to take their bombers. I'm about to destroy their ships. There we go. Because they're almost done. Like, I've almost wiped them out. Alright. We're going to go up, and then we're going to come down for a bombing strike. Only difference is I don't get paid. Yeah, that's true. Which is a bummer. The problem is you weren't, I don't know how they do it in the NZ, but you would have to, here you would have to be a student athlete to get paid for school. Or I guess have a financial work plan. Oh, that's alright. We're going to bomb them anyway. So what I like to do is, this is like a dumb move I always like to pull off. I don't know what to call it, but it's just like a downward strike. Because the ion torpedoes get that little arc going. Come on. I'm going back up. So, yeah, one of the things is, like, the Master Archives character, he exists in a thing in Star Wars called The World Between Worlds. Because I kind of had to explain, like, alright, look, if I'm trying to make, like, a lore-friendly character, how does that work? Like, what am I going to be, do I do the Padawan character? Where it's like, oh, yeah, no, I was a Padawan, and then post-Order 66, I'm now in hiding, and I run my own Jedi archive. I thought about it. Make myself a student of Jocasta Nu, who was the Grand Librarian for the Jedi. I thought that, and I was like, alright, that's an option, maybe. But I figured, I was like, the World Between Worlds is the concept of the Star Wars multiverse. I was like, well, what if I do that? What if it's that I exist out of time and space, and that's how I can play and know all these stories? And I have to build the set of the World Between Worlds, and if I can arrange that where I can do it here on stream, like on camera, live every time I stream, perfect. Because when I have no camera, I don't wear my mask, because it do be sweaty and itchy sometimes. But other than that, what I do is, I have sometimes I get dressed up in full costume, but I always just have a mask. But, that's where the archives is. The archives, you have to know about everything. Which I don't know everything, obviously. But, with all the different games I play and all the different series I know about, it only makes sense to me in terms of the character. So I hopefully can work on that coming up and build a prop set of the World Between Worlds. So that can be arranged, then that's what I'd like to upgrade this to. Also include green screen, because that I just think would be cool. Just for certain games are really cool with a green screen. Downside is, though, my room is so small. Everything I set up, if it's not an integral part of the room, like something like curtains, I have to take down after every stream. So, like, my setup and breakdown is like 45 minutes. So, what do we got? Sorry, I'm missing the chat here. Student loans and the costs are nowhere near what they are in the U.S. It's mostly subsidized with loans. Our interest is oof. The U.S. loans really do be a problem. Yeah, honestly. God, every time in chat, I always talk about student loans. That's not a bad thing. I'm just like, that goes to show you how messed up it is. Um, yeah, that shit confused me. Yeah, you could also do green screen and 3D model your environment. Yeah, that you know what? I didn't even consider putting the two interests together. Mary, you are a genius. That is actually like phenomenal. You know what? So that oh my, you know what? I'm gonna crash. Hmm. I've been so we're gonna lose pretty badly. Oh no! Oh my god! Thank God. Because I normally play as the Imperials, and I'm like, did I just wreck my entire ship because I'm not paying attention? And then because I was like, wait, I thought I commandeered your ship. I'm like, I thought I blew up. No, I was close to blowing up. Jesus. That shows you, like, when I go on my tangents, I just lose my train of focus. Um, yeah, that's a good idea. I just don't know if my Star Wars laptop that I have, I just don't know if it can run it is the only downside. What I do, you know what, matter of fact, I think what I will do in the meantime for tomorrow's stream, I have a friend, named Erica who's from Japan, and she sent me, well, actually, she didn't send me, she actually gave me it when she was here in America. I used to hang out with her a lot. Um, she gave me a Japanese Star Wars flag, so because I do that side angle, of the ugly side of my face. There's an ugly and a pretty side. You guys get the ugly side, but luckily half of it's covered, so. I'll probably add that Star Wars flag into the mix. Since that's a big crux of the channel here. Blow it up. Um, yeah. So you know what? I think until I get that green screen and I get the 3D modeling set up, I think that is a genius idea. I'm gonna have that set up and work it from there. All right, they'll take the Y wing. I'm cool with that. I want X wing. Yes, I was gonna say or A wing. We'll figure it out. And yeah, no, no. So that's how I kind of want to set up the channel going forward. I always have ideas. Like I know, I've been doing this now for a year and a half. About at this point, it has been a pleasure and an honor to be the Star Wars entertainer that I am, or try to be. Um, Sometimes like these streams, I'm like, yo, it just feels like a podcast, which is pretty sick. Um, since my Star Wars podcast didn't come through, or it did, I just don't have the time to edit every single episode of the podcast on top of everything else. Come on, old X-wing, let's go up. There we go. So we're gonna go nosedive and slow it up. I know it makes me susceptible to damage, but yeah, I definitely can wipe this out and finish this game. Yeah, see, boom, called it. Beautiful. But yeah, so I have the one more map. And I gotta call it a night. Um, do I have to call it a night though? I really don't know. I'm gonna lay here watching Clone Wars. Um, so I'm not really gonna go to bed. Um, I'm just gonna lay in bed is kind of what it is. I woke up late to the stream. Uh, because I was so beat from work. So I've already had like a 3-4 hour nap. I'm like, do I really need to then sleep? I'm like, I don't think so. But it is what it is. Come on. I'm gonna try to wipe everyone out here. This is by far one of my favorite maps. You know, sometimes it rains really bad where I am, and it's so dumb. But like, I just kind of look out. Dude, go to sleep. Nah, impossible. I'm generally full of energy, and I only need about 4 or 5 hours of sleep, ideally. Was it? I think it was Galileo. I think was some people started making a big point about his like, his routine. And people were like, "This is what you should do to be successful." And I'm like, "Nah, man, you find your own routine. That's how you become successful. Like you work with what's best for you, but you need to have a drive. Otherwise, nothing's gonna happen." But he only got like 4 hours of sleep because he's like, "There's just simply not enough time in the day." And that's me at this point. Is that like, if you give me 4 hours of sleep and like a half-hour nap in the day, I could do like everything. I could save Metropolis with that. I should sleep, but I'm not gonna. Yeah. Hey man, works here. I'm still not gonna sleep either. I have a Friday morning routine. and it involves getting ready for the day. Obviously, that's I guess the point of a morning routine. I wake up 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I shower. I take a cold shower, like ice cold. Because you want to take a warm shower, relax your muscles, and that's usually good to go to sleep. But you want to use a cold shower to energize. The stream's already set up, like especially like after this stream, because I do Thursday night streaming and then I do Friday morning, so I don't have to take down my Thursday night stream. I just shut everything down and I go to bed. And gotta get this battle droid. There we go. So I'll do that, and then I'll have a cup of coffee and some breakfast. And by then it's about an hour in, and 9 a.m. I start my stream. So who knows if I'm that beat, I'll start at 10 a.m. But I always stick to my schedule. So 9 a.m. and I'll run it probably till about 1, maybe 2 o'clock at the latest. Because Red Dead Redemption 2 is a long game. What time is where you at? 17:12. It is 1:12 currently. Is 1 a.m. for me. Yeah, I gotta read this chat here. Guilty Gear patch is allegedly at 5 a.m., so maybe I'll just stay up until tomorrow night. It's 1 a.m. where I am. Technically 1:12. Yeah, see? So it's like me and Mel's on the same time frame here. And yeah, no, it's just I don't really need too much sleep. Like, look, I go to bed. If I go to bed right now, I'm getting, 6 hours and 48 minutes of sleep, you know? I'm cool with that. Like, that is more than enough I even get the past, like, week, you know? And I get a couple hours of sleep a day. But I like it kind of that way because there's just not enough time for me to do things. Between working 2 jobs, one full-time, one part-time, now school, and streaming, on top of then my musical endeavors, oh my god, we are losing so badly. I just don't get enough sleep, but I'm cool with it because I got other things I want to do. Sleeping is cool, but I've slept my entire teenage years. As dumb as that seems, I'm like, I'm cool just not to sleep. It's funny because at work today, because I'm a very jovial character, I like to feel most of the time. My manager's like, why are you so happy? And I was like, is that a crime? Should I not be happy? And she's like, why are you just always happy here? She's like, this is not like a happy job. Like, it's a job. And I was like, yeah, but like, doesn't mean I can't be happy at it. I'm like, maybe the secret is I get no sleep. Who knows? If I get enough sleep, I'll be depressed. I was like, I mean, that's what I used to do. I just didn't want to deal with shit, so I used to just sleep instead. And I was like, when I wake up in the morning, I don't talk. I look like angry all the time, and I'm kind of like just annoyed by everything. I'm like, maybe I expel my evil when I wake up, and then the rest of my day is just jovial. Your health is important. My health is important, but the thing is, though, 8 hours of sleep, and this is the problem with sleep studies, because in the times I haven't slept, I read about sleep studies. Ironic. 8 hours of sleep has changed as the normal recommended. And it also is dependent on like a lot of factors too. Where most people say, because that was the average study for years, they say 8 hours of sleep. I think it was NASA did a study 2012, I want to say, where basically they looked at, as a sleep study just to kind of see like how much does a human really need. They basically idealize that you can get about 6 hours, and if you were to take well, these are two separate studies together. Less sleep equals less sanity. So there's your answer. Exactly. That's why I'm happy. But I mean, besides that, I'm like also just keep a pretty positive mentality about a lot of things. Where everyone else at work is just kind of like, yo, this job sucks. Yo, fuck this, like this and that. I'm just like, dude, like my other job, like, look, I don't get paid that well at either jobs. Combined, I get paid very well, which is why I have 2 jobs, and but it's like, dude, I get paid a little more than my other job, and I get guaranteed hours. I'm cool with that. That's what I need right now. My other job was like, hey, like, yeah, we can pay you and you get like commission, but we can't really give you guarantee hours. That's not that's not my manager's fault, obviously, because he has been one of the best people I've ever worked for in my entire life, and he's a great guy. He's a personal friend of mine. But the thing is, though, is that the company itself is booty cheeks So the thing is that they'll just be like, "Oh yeah, no, sorry, like we didn't make a lot of money this month, so you know, cut some hours." And I've been there for so many years that like I'm not first on the totem pole, but hey, it is what it is. Now it's my secondary job. I was like, dude, whatever. Like I get like anywhere from like 13 to 6 hours, like, no, sorry, 13 to 7 hours a week. Like that's not a lot, but I'm cool with that. 'Cause that's all I really kind of want from that job, And I don't know, everyone's miserable, but they only look at the bad things in life and where they're at. I'm just like, bro, I'm gonna go so many places in my life. Confidence, ego, same thing in my books, I suppose, at this point. But I have faith in myself, and that's what it boils down to. And I have faith I'm gonna do some cool things, you know. Um, but the sleep studies they basically go on. I know it's a whole side tangent, as I like to do. They say that you should average, 6 to 7 hours. They say that is more than enough to kind of go about your day, and that's what I do. 5 hours I find to be kind of weak, but that's bare minimum for me. 4 hours, that is like insane. I might as well not sleep at all. Um, but if I can have that and a half-hour nap in the day, ooh doggy, let me tell you, um, I am more than fine. I can be more than sufficient. Because a separate NASA sleep study, they basically put down that to prevent grogginess, if you sleep an hour, you're like messed up. They say 20 to a half hour, like 20 minutes to a half hour is what you should sleep. Oh, I don't want to hurt that clone. There we go. Uh, to be well rested. That's the difference. Once you get past that, you start to enter like REM, not the bands, but the rapid eye movement, which is the beginning stages of sleeping. When you start to get to that stage, is when you know you end up you actually starting to go to sleep, and that's how you wake up groggy. So that's probably what tomorrow entails. Because my Fridays are very free. I do little errands I want to run. I collect Star Wars action figures, as most people know. Um, so I did like my figure run today when looking at some stores and stuff. Um, couldn't find anything. Bummer. But so I'm not gonna do that tomorrow. So I'm basically gonna stream at 9 to probably 1. My day will be free, so I'll probably end up taking a nap, and then I won't be back till 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, of course. So my day's pretty filled out, I would say. A lot of free time to do things. I'll have a nice lunch, so on and so forth. So and those are my typical Fridays. So for days like that, I'm like, do I really need sleep? Because I want to sleep through a lot of it. All right. Um, with that being said, because we have now reached the point that it is it's early in the morning, late in my night. I'm gonna call it a night here in general. But this is where I like to call it the plug segment. This is where I'm gonna be plugging my upcoming streams, my social medias, and kind of have anything else going on. So you just wait until you hear my stories on Fantasy Patch launches. I got no sleep for days. Bro, those are the best games. To be honest, Halo Infinite coming out, I am so excited for because I never, as you know, from, Dante and I playing Halo, I like never had the experience to play Halo. I played Halo 3 multiplayer when it first came out because my sister's best friend had it, but I've always wanted that Call of Duty Halo experience where you're out of the store at like a midnight release. I did it for Battlefront 2, and alone is its own beautiful memory I keep in my head. Maybe I'll talk about some other time. I'll go on a tangent for. Bro, Halo Infinite. Since we're running through the campaign, I'm not gonna do the campaign because co-op won't be available till February, and I'm not gonna betray Dante like that. If he wants to play it, good for him. I don't want to hear about it though. I want it all to be fresh, like every other Halo game I've been playing with him. But I'm going to hold off on co-op because that's like a me and Dante thing, and I hold that very close to my heart. Um, and I hope he knows that. He should know that. He probably does. I love that man. Um, so coming streams I have. Well, as we just discussed, I will be back at 9 a.m. So I'll be back in less than 7 hours, about 7.5 hours. I will be up and at 'em and playing, if the latest 10 a.m. If everything, sometimes I get hit with like upload or not uploads, updates, for like OBS, which I just updated for this stream, so I should be good. Or the game may need an update, so you know, I gotta kind of, or if I have technical issues, gotta leave a little room open for that. But 9 a.m. I plan to start, if not as soon as I can following. Um, I'm probably only gonna be playing multiplayer. Oh, blessed. Yo, we squad in that whole thing. You, me, Dante, whoever else we get. Meathead if he can join. Amazing. You know, that I'm excited for. Um, we'll be back with Halo next Thursday though. Me, myself, and Dante Spada. But then tomorrow night we're gonna have Call of Duty Warzone. It's gonna be myself and the stream team. Ideally it's probably gonna be myself, Gucci Dutch, and Captain Transat. Mel's Mara, the window is open if you like to. Um, me and them will just get like a little bit of matches in, and bro, it's free game if you want to join. I mean it's also a free game. So I have that pretty much going on. Saturday is going to be a retro stream. As we know, I'm a huge fan of the GameCube, so I like to touch upon the GameCube every now and then. So I'll be continuing my playthrough of X-Men Legends. I know it's been horribly sporadic. It is my second most popular video on YouTube, I think, sitting at like 1.5 thousand views. My number one's Republic Commando, sitting at like, I think it was like 2.3 thousand views. That's amazing, by the way. So I want to thank everyone too for that. So we're going to turn for some X-Men Legends on Saturday. So from there, we're going to return Master Archives Mondays. I want to try to get a co-stream down for that. Myself and Gucci underscore Dutch might be doing Payload 2. If not, I'll be returning. I haven't picked a new series to pick up yet for Master Archives Mondays. But I'll be doing that probably about midnight Eastern Standard Time. If I'm on my new hours, if not, it's gonna be 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as per usual that we've had for the past couple months. And then we're gonna continue our regular week. I'll be back with Dante underscore Spada 8 or the continuation of the Halo 4 campaign, and then Red Dead and Warzone. As long as the hours don't change, we are gonna be good to go standard times. But stay posted. I put the plug there. It's gonna be the Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch is the Master Archives. I'll be uploading and currently updating my Twitch and Instagram schedule. You can find it on every post. I like to put my schedule, and I also post a picture of it, so you can check through my my page there. YouTube is where all my streams get uploaded. I'm also on Twitter at the Master Arc, despite the fact I don't use Twitter. With that being said, hopefully I'll have my Discord up and running at some point. I don't know. We have a stream team Discord we need to get up and running, and then have a personal one. That's to come in the future. In the next month, I hope to have that done as soon as I can. I say that all the time, but you know what? We're doing our best, damn it. And that's what I have. So in the meantime, I want to thank everyone for coming out today. It's been a pleasure and honor to have here. Also for the new follower, Dakarine Messiah. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. I want to thank for the follow. So yeah. So until I see you guys in a couple hours, I hope you have a nice night, evening, whatever time it may be where you're watching. And if you're watching on demand, I appreciate it. Always appreciate a follow if you like the content. If you have Amazon Prime, get a free $5. You can sub to the channel. And if you're so inclined, we do have tiered subs as well. So thank you, everyone. Have a nice night, and I'll see you soon. May the force be with you.